Hey Michael, this is Tyler. I wanted to make this video for you and your company and just give you guys a couple tips that you can implement right away to start outranking some of your competition online and just bringing in organic leads to your website for your business. All right, so I have your website pulled up here and it looks great. You've got a lot of good information here and I was able to learn a little bit about your company as I was scrolling through. All right, but the first thing that I want to talk about is content. And with Google, content is king. They like to see anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 words on the home page alone. All right. And then as far as your service pages, you really want to create individual service pages for all that you do. Right. So one for gutters, one for roofing. And it looks like you guys had some other services such as fencing and painting and different things. And each of those services has individual search terms that people are typing into Google all the time. And those are called keywords. So all that content that you can create on your site for your homepage and all your individual service pages is going to allow you to rank for those keywords, again, that people are typing into Google all the time. And I'm going to show you just how much and how often these people are typing into these keywords, all right, and how your competition is utilizing those to bring in those leads. So what I did was I pulled up a report of your website in a tool I utilize called Ahrefs. All right, and here it is. So it shows the rank of your site currently. It shows information of your backlinks. It shows the keywords you're currently ranking for, and then the traffic you're currently bringing in. Now, if I click these keywords, we can kind of figure out what you're ranking for now. And it looks like total roofing systems. You're ranked number 1 and 3. And then everything else is past the first page, right? Nobody looks past the first page, and it doesn't look like too much is relevant here. So we'll head on back, and I want to show you a competitor. And when I type in roofing contractors Dallas TX, all right, which is a big keyword, and I'll show you here in a second, we're going to come down here to the organic section of Google and hit the first business. So we're going to skip Better Business Bureau, and we're going to hit Lawnsmith here. And we're going to come to their website and we're going to kind of figure out why they're ranking number 1 and see how many clicks they're getting a month and what they're focusing on. So we have Lawnsmith Roofing and Construction. All right, and you can see here they have got a bunch of pages here about their, with their about section. They have a ton of different services here. Okay, good bit of content, I'm sure, on all their products that they use. And let's check out one of these service pages really quick. So we'll go residential roofing repair. Now, again, we want to see anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 words on the home page, and then these back pages anywhere from 500 to 1,000 words. All right, so taking a look at this, I'm surprised they definitely don't have the content they need. All right, so you can definitely outrank them utilizing more content. All right, so let's head back here, check out their home page. That was one of their main back pages. They've obviously got a ton of pictures. They've got links to their different services. And it looks like, yeah, they're using keywords for sure. Fort Worth Roofing Company. We've got some more content here, which is nice. So you can definitely see they're utilizing that. They've got some videos. I would say you could definitely outrank them with, 1,500 words, 2,000 words. Let's figure out really on the back end why they're ranking, because we didn't see a ton of content on those back pages. But let's figure it out here. So I'm going to pull up their report, and we can see their rank. Now, obviously, theirs looks a lot different than yours did, right? So let's head back. We're seeing they're bringing in over 1,000 traffic to their site each month, all right? And then the keywords are 891. Let's figure out what you can utilize for your site and really start, getting your rank up there and maybe be right up there with these guys. So we see number 1, and actually, let's just sort this. We'll go to the first position here and find out everything that they're ranking for in the first position. Not just the first page, but the first position on Google. They've been doing this a while, it looks like. So we have Roofing Fort Worth TX, brings in 70 searches a month, and they're pulling in a little bit of traffic on their contacts page. And actually, I can do this one better for you. I'll show you exactly where they're bringing in the traffic from. So obviously, they're named Lawnsmith Roofing. It must be around for a while. They're bringing in 194 searches a month. So people are searching their name. All right, and that comes with time. But then we have Fort Worth Roofing Contractor. Okay, and that's just a general term that people type in when they're looking for a roofing contractor in Fort Worth, right? But them being in the first position for that keyword, out of those 200 searches a month, they're pulling in 74 to their website. All right, same thing with Dallas roofing, 200 searches a month. They're bringing in 68 of those. Okay, what else we got? Roofing Dallas, 200 searches a month, 29, and so on and so on, right? And they've got a ton of different keywords here, a couple different variations of the word roofing, roofing contractors, and then you got Fort Worth and Dallas. All right, and you guys obviously target the same areas, so you can see the possibilities here, right? All that volume that people are searching in Google each month for your services. So you want to utilize that as much as possible for your homepage and for your back pages, right? Dealing with your services. So that's definitely one way to go about it. Really get that content out there, and you can beat out your competition by focusing in on those keywords for your website. Then the second thing we want to talk about are backlinks. Now, a backlink is just a vote of confidence. Really, it's a link from one site pointing back to another, passing power and trust to your site. Right? Because when people click a link and it takes them to another site, they expect to find relevant content that they're looking for. And Google wants to send them to sites that have that relevant content, okay, and that are powerful and trustworthy. So we do that with backlinks, right? So they have 270 sites pointing back to theirs, giving them almost 4,000 backlinks, right? And these are basically those power and trust metrics. All right, so you want this as close to, that 1-to-1 ratio as possible. All right, so just like we went into these keywords, we can go into these backlinks, these referring domains, figure out what sites are, giving them power and trust, kind of duplicate that process for your site, and then beat it out as well. Because not all backlinks are created equal. Just like we want higher quality and more content, you want the same thing for backlinks. All right, and then, with you guys servicing Fort Worth and Dallas and having all those different services that you offer, this doesn't just work with the roofing in Dallas or roofing Fort Worth, right? We can come over here and see Gutters Fort Worth, Texas brings in 40 searches a month. We can see here Gutters Dallas, Texas brings in 60 searches a month. Fence Company Dallas, 60 searches a month. Painter Fort Worth, Texas, 100 searches a month. So you can kind of see the possibilities here and all the different search terms that you can start to target to bring that volume into your site, right? And then just organically bring in leads. Because when people are searching for these keywords and they have, a location behind them, we like to say they're buyer intent. Now, if they were just typing in, painter on Google or fence company, it could just be they're doing research or they're messing around. But when they type in painter Fort Worth, Texas, they're looking for a painter in Fort Worth, Texas, right? So you definitely want to be able to show up onto that first page when someone types in that keyword, okay? Now I'm going to head back here and we'll get back to this in a second. But we talked about content, we talked about backlinks. The last thing that I want to touch upon are citations. And a citation is your name, address, and phone number. And we list those in business directories online, such as Yellow Pages. All right, so like I said, we'll get back to this. All right, but we're going to come over here to your Google My Business listing. So a citation, again, is your name, address, and phone number. Okay, and the more directories you put it out on, all right, the more your website, the more your company name is out there. All right, so people can find you easier. But it really has everything to do with your Google listing here. So you want to make sure that this is optimized, that you have a lot of pictures. Okay, so you want to add in. If you see your competitor has 30, 40 pictures, try and double it. All right, you guys obviously do a ton of different services. I know you've got some pictures. Make sure to add them in. And not only that, but save those pictures with keywords that we took a look at, right? Don't just save it as image 1, 2, 3 or the dimension size of the image like most people do. All right, save the picture as what it is with a keyword. All right, and then it doesn't look like you have a location here. Right, so people, when they're typing in Fort Worth or Dallas, whatever it is, they want to see that you're relevant to them, right? And you guys obviously target both, so you could technically create 2 Google My Business listings, one for Dallas, one for Fort Worth, and kind of get, double your money, right? So it looks like, here you're targeting all of Texas, but we want to zone that in a little bit, narrow that down. But you want to also keep up your Google reviews. Tells people that you're trustworthy, that you're reputable, etc. Looks like you have your hours and your phone number, which is good. And then you want a description, which you have. You want to max it out as much as possible. We talked about how important content was. So really, put in some keywords there. Again, that way when people search, those specific keywords onto Google, not only can your website show up, but your Google My Business listing can show up as well. All right, so again, adding in citations and optimizing this listing is going to help you get onto that first page of Google, in the map pack section here. So again, we typed in, one of these keywords up here, and we see the ad section, which a lot of people skip, to be honest, and they come down to this map pack. And it could, people come to this map pack when it could be pizza place near me or a sporting goods store, whatever it is, all right, because they use the map pack for a lot of different reasons. They have reviews, they have the phone number, they have website directions, all that. And they trust Google to send them to the top results. So a lot of people don't need anything else. They don't need to hit the view all button. They definitely are not coming down here and hitting the second, third, fourth page. All right, so adding in those citations to your Google listing and optimizing that listing, that's really going to help you get into this section. Okay, and then down here we have the organic section that I mentioned earlier, and that's where that content and those backlinks come into play. So focusing on content, backlinks, and citations will help you get onto this first page and really just organically start bringing in those leads. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach back out. Here's my business website, leadsbylordeye.com. All right, here's my phone number in the top right corner. We're based out of the Philadelphia area, but we help businesses all across the country. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and I'll talk to you soon.